The new Modus Super Series champion.
Yes! What a finish!
The silencer, Jeff Smith!
And it is! That shot wins week 6! Maximum checkout. He's done it!
But look at this from Colin Osborne. Where has that been?
Steel tip, it's about what you hit.
He's on the third
And hitting is what Adrian Gray does there.
For Osborne, Tweddle needs tops,
the
and he's
fourth way,
taken
Jack
out the
Tweddle.
110. Can Lee Cox do it as
Gains on the
well?
third
You
leg,
bet
Lee
your boots he can. Double nine.
He's on the
And
match.
gets
David Evans.
double nine. That is a huge victory. Three more players will seal qualification to tomorrow night's finals night. The other two will be going home. It's night 2 of Group B. Good evening, welcome along. Thanks for joining us, or welcome back if you were with us this afternoon for the culmination of Group C. Half the field is set, and we're about to find out our final 3 players to make it through to finals night tomorrow. Matthew Edgar still alongside me, as you have been over the past 2 days, and this afternoon pretty much had everything.
It really did. It was a dramatic afternoon. It was right to the wire. Going into the final round of fixtures, the qualification places came down to just one leg. And I don't think we're going to get that same sort of vibe tonight, but we can't be too greedy, can we? We had everything this afternoon, not just the drama, but also the performances. Ashley Coleman was exceptional, winning all 5 of his games. We highlighted where the issue was on day 1. It was the doubles. The doubles was causing him a bit of bother, but sorted that out. He was brilliant, ran through the card.
He blitzed it, didn't he? And the second qualification spot in the end went to Mark McGeaney over Kevin Burness. It went all the way to the final round of fixtures, but it was McGeaney that sealed his spot. And, you know, what can't speak can't lie, and the league table can't speak. So he deserved it, McGeaney.
He did. He played the day just very relaxed, enjoyed his experience, wanted to get through, got through in the end. It looks like he got through a little bit more comfortable than he actually did when you look at the final league table. It all came down to that final cycle of fixtures. Kevin Burness went up and lost his game. Mark McGeaney went up and won it quite convincingly. It opened the gap in the end. Main thing is McGeaney's in, and he feels very relaxed about it. He spoke very well at the end of the session.
He really did, and here is the breakdown of this week. Week 6, of course, of Series 12, firing towards the halfway stage of the series, and Graham Usher, the Group A winner, bidding to do what no one else has done so far this series and convert a Group A win into a weekly win. Ashley Coleman and Mark McGeaney making up half the field, and 3 of those 5 players will join them in Group B. And the way the table is set, that 3-way tussle at the top with David Evans just about ahead on leg difference. Only 1 defeat for each of Messrs Evans, Cox and Tweddle. Adrian Gray poised, but it would feel, Matt, that it's a bit of a long shot.
I'm going to be quite boring tonight. I'm going to suggest the top 3 stay the same. Maybe not in the same order, but certainly in regards to the qualification. Last night, David Evans topped the table. Did so on legs difference, but did so because he blitzed the field in those first 3 matches. He was brilliant, wasn't he, David Evans? Very, very confident player. And I think he'll come into today feeling like he's pretty much job done, but I don't think he's one of those that is likely to take the foot off the gas.
The battle then, according to Matthew Edgar, is for the top of the table, and here's how the bookmakers see it after night 1. And David Evans is the 11-8 favourite, Jack Tweddle 7-4, Lee Cox 21-10. Which way is it going to go?
Lee Cox was brilliant last night, wasn't he? Deserves to be up there in regards to the odds. Jack Tweddle should be favourite. He should win this. Does he look the best player in the group on the evidence of last night? No. Has he got the highest ceiling right now? You'd suggest yes. So maybe he catches the eye at 7-4, but it could be any of the three.
It could well be, and it's a big game kicking off the card this evening. It's Jack Tweddle against Lee Cox, and earlier on this evening, I caught up with Crafty Coxie. Lee Cox, night 2 of Group B. You must be really happy with how you performed last night.
Yeah, they went well. Obviously, a lot of good friends in there get on, so I think the hardest game was probably playing Colin. We travel together and things like that, but when you're up there, you've got to do a job, and yeah, done all right.
You put yourself in a great position for qualification from the group. Confident of seeing the job through tonight?
I hope so. I hope so now. I seem to do it all the time, and then something goes wrong, but no, I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
You're having a fantastic year, I think it's fair to say. Made appearances on the Pro Tour as well. Is this sort of a breakout year for you?
Yeah, the first 6 months wasn't very good because I missed out on Q School due to illness. Was still ill for the first Challenge Tour. Then I signed with Target, and they asked what my ambitions was, and I turned around and said to them, finish Challenge Tour strong, win a Modus Super Series, and then get that card in January. I won my Challenge Tour, so let's get there tomorrow night and get the second part done.
So maybe a good follow-up would be, what will it mean to you then to book your spot into Champions Week?
Oh, massive. Like that's what I'm playing for. I've been here, as everyone knows, since it started. I'm going to say I'm probably one of the unluckiest people that come down here and don't get through or miss out on a leg difference here or there, but also it's my fault that it doesn't happen. I've got to concentrate on my game, so it's a fresh table tonight. I'm not sitting second or wherever I am. It's 0-0. Everyone can still go through, so let's go up there and play a game.
Thanks for joining me. Go well.
Thanks, mate.
Here we go then. Jack Tweddle against Lee Cox. Now, this was the final game last night, and Jack Tweddle spoilt Lee Cox's perfect night. He was unbeaten going into the game, but Jack Tweddle arrived, and the common theme with Tweddle this week is, come on, there's more to come. There's more to come. And we are starting to see it. Maybe he's just going to peak at the right time, which would be tomorrow night, of course, the 30-year-old from Swindon. Former weekly runner-up against Lee Cox, a regular here. Two-time weekly finalist, but you get the sense that this year could be Cox's year. As you sort of alluded to, as we see Paul Hinks, the legend that is, our referee for this evening. But this should be all about Jack Tweddle.
Let's
not forget, Matt, he was favourite for the whole week come Monday morning.
On.
Where he was, and with that comes its own pressures and expectations. And I do think we've seen him feel that at certain times this week, where he's not just been that free-flowing player that we know and we've seen on the various tours and systems. But with that, the opportunity is there right now. The opportunity to get through to Saturday night. And that's when I think we see the best of him. Said last night, you've got to give
44.
him a little bit of leeway, because it is quite hard to play on a Monday and a Tuesday at 9:30 in the morning for 2 points when Saturday is so far away. You need to peak on Saturday.
97.
That's where it matters. Just got to get yourself there at this point, and he's in a very, very good position. He wins this game, and that's nearly
100.
done.
Lee Cox played really well last night. 297 averages, including a mammoth performance against David Evans, who averaged 103 against him, but Cox
55.
came out with a 4-2 win. He's looking for a bit of revenge here, is Lee.
177.
Tweddle won this match 4-2. With visits like that, that'll go a long way to getting his revenge.
100. Leo car 42.
Double 16. That's workable.
Getting shot on the first leg, Lee Cox.
And Lee Cox gets the
Second
early
leg
break.
leader through
Goes
first.
1-0 up.
Game on.
And is well on his way already.
$100. $100.
Lee Cox will be very well aware, won't he? He's talked about picking up his Challenge Tour title, his win. But when it's not your day and you're playing on those systems, you're very well aware of
140.
whose day it is. In recent times, Jack Tweddle's name has been in the latter stages of those
91.
events. Jack Tweddle's been getting the Pro Tour call-ups ahead of Lee Cox. Sort of flipped positions a little bit, because last year Lee Cox was getting the majority of those call-ups come the back end of the year.
100.
Could be said that he was on course and on form to maybe go pick up his tour card. Was a little bit poorly, wasn't he,
60.
around the time of
Leo
Q
car
School, which meant he
161.
wasn't able to take his space, lost that form, lost that sort of rhythm that he was on. Which does make you think, like,
125.
and a reminder of how harsh that Q School system is. You have a great year, but if you're not ready, and if you're not primed for those 4 days,
48.
that
Leo car
affects you for a whole
36.
year, and maybe that could be known as the Lee Cox rule in future.
Getting shot on the second leg.
He goes
Lee
2-0
Cox.
up. I was having a really
Third
good
leg
chat with
Jack to
Lee
through first.
before
Game on.
we started here this evening, and maybe it wasn't the right time in previous years, but there's a aura of confidence about him now.
100.
It wouldn't really be a surprise to see him go on now and get himself a tour card.
120.
Nearly got himself a Paul Hinks. Well, they can't find the dart. Let the old spot the ball in the paper. Where's the dart? Circle on the screen.
78.
No, Hinks just knows just how hot them lights get. He was having none of it.
Either that or he didn't want to bend down and pick it up, did he? So it's round here somewhere.
60.
Owen Binks burnt himself on those lights, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago? Twice.
You'd have thought he'd have learned
93.
after the first time.
Let me start that sentence again. Owen Binks burnt himself on the lights.
60.
Well,
140.
Jack Tweddle, his lowest average yesterday was 85. And that came in his win over
100.
Lee Cox.
Jack car 90.
Felt it
65.
was slightly workable
Leo
there, but
car
just goes a bit too
161.
far wide. Now then. Now then, it's clinging in. Hurry up, Lee. Bullseye.
136.
What
Jack
a
car
fine effort that
25.
was from Lee Cox. And that would have been a real statement of intent. It would have put Jack Tweddle in a world of
Getting
problems.
shot on the third leg.
But when
Jack
you're playing
Tweddle.
the way Jack Tweddle is, and you've got the confidence that Jack Tweddle naturally will
Fourth
right
leg
now, you
leader
can just
through
brush those
first,
moments
game on.
off. Okay, you missed the ball, you missed it, but I won't. I'm going to take this out, and a big important holder throw there for
82.
Jack Tweddle. That is what we talk about. When we talk about players that haven't been playing a lot, when we talk about being match sharp,
100.
that right there from Jack Tweddle is what that means.
$100.
Both these players looking to really kick on with their
45.
darting careers. Getting that weekly win. Getting the Spotting
97.
Champions Week. Going on to maybe even become a champion here. Would certainly go a long way to aid their
100.
progression. Got that sense, didn't you, in my chat with Lee before? He is desperate
45.
to get a title here. Desperate.
Yes, and that's the vibe I've had from Lee Cox on multiple occasions when he's come to the Super Series. That
55.
feeling of desperation here to succeed at the Super Series. And I think sometimes that's to his detriment.
101. $140. Lucas 76.
Good visit there from Tweddle. Lee Cox then. Staying up there now, looking at double 18.
40. Jack Lucas 61.
And this is Tweddle's chance to get that break back.
Game show on the fourth.
He's got it back.
Jack Tweddle. Fifth leg Jack to through first. Game on.
What a great way to start the day. Let's hope the rest of the evening continues like this.
83.
The big games all come very early
95.
in the evening. Adrian Gray, Colin Osborne coming up next. Must win for both players.
180.
First 180 roar of the evening from Paul Hinks.
140.
It was nearly another one. Wicked deflection.
I think he was quite fortunate where the third dart landed because it actually held the second one in place.
60.
It's not a trade a lot of people would like to make, that one, a single 20 for a treble.
63.
Paul Hinks again pretending to be looking for the dart.
60.
Absolute hero of the game. Paul Hinks.
100. Jack the car 118.
Tweddle down. Does he like it?
98. Leo car 103.
No, and Lee Cox now needs to find a treble. Does so now. Needs to find the double.
71. Jack the car 20.
Well, what a turnaround this could be. Lee Cox 2-0 up, looking exceptional. Tweddle the dart away. He finds it. He's 3-2 ahead. He's a leg away from the match himself now. Bit of quality at the right times here for Jack Tweddle. He's got two opportunities now to get the job done. 2 points, which will push him to 8. And in all likelihood, barring
100.
any sort of miracles happening where he goes and loses all his games, and one of either Adrian Gray or Colin Osborne win all their games, and they'll have to be
100.
by scores as well, Jack Tweddle would be pretty much through, done and dusted.
125.
Mathematically, though.
Yeah, still a bit of a way to go yet.
100.
And with that win for Adrian Gray over Colin Osborne late last night, Gray is the one best placed to
97.
put in a challenge and deal a real blow to one of these three at the top of the
91.
table, these pair and David Evans.
One of them, Foxy.
But on this evidence, it looks like we
45.
are going
Leo
all
car
the way.
39.
Plenty of time. But Lee
Game
won't
shot
want
on
to
the
hang
6th leg.
around, and
Lee
he's
Cox.
not.
Seventh final leg, Jack to through first. Game on.
Lee Cox really forcing the issue there. But what a start to a deciding leg that is from Jack Tweddle.
Well, when Lee Cox was describing himself as a very
40.
unlucky player, I think it's moments like that he describes where Jack Tweddle could have gone off with anything at the start of this leg. He kicks off with a maximum, but then you've got to put the other side of it.
100.
Yes, that was an unfortunate moment there for Lee Cox, but then the self-responsibility he took straight after was, well, I've kind of put myself in those situations as well. He was 2-0 up.
180.
He had a chance to reply with a maximum on that occasion, hit 40, finds the maximum a shot later, but is it a shot too late?
Yeah, still playing catch up, as it is on the Tweddle throw.
$40. Jack Lucar 96.
That's another bounce out on the floor as well. That is unfortunate. Certainly in this situation
56.
now, because Jack Tweddle set that up beautifully after 12 darts. Knows he's coming back to the board. Lee Cox just hit and hope time.
100.
There's a
Jack Lucar
tiny hit,
40.
which leaves tiny hope.
Tops for Tweddle. Tens for Tweddle. Fives for Tweddle.
30. Lee Lucar 141.
Now then. Now then. What a steal that would have been.
89. Jack Lucar 10.
Will it be this time then for Jack Tweddle? Working his way down,
No score.
but
Lee
cannot
Lucar
find it.
52.
My word. Lee Cox calls himself unlucky, but you make your own luck now.
Game shot
And he has won the day. He's won his opening match. It looked unlikely. Jack Tweddle started the deciding leg with a maximum, but it's Lee Cox that gets his revenge over Tweddle and carves out a 4-3 win. Good performance from Lee Cox in the end. 10 points clear on the averages. Coming up after the break, it's Adrian Gray against Colin Osborne.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor.
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
Welcome back. Underway for night 2 of Group B this evening, and this is a big game in many ways because one of these two can potentially still qualify, but for the loser of this match, especially if it is Colin Osborne, who was so uncharacteristic last night, was not his normal self performance-wise at all. His exit could be pretty much sealed against Adrian Gray. Still only 44. He's been around forever. Still yet to win a week here, despite being a regular here on a Saturday. Colin Osborne, the Series 4 runner-up, narrowly defeated in that final to a certain Luke Littler. This was a real tight, nervy affair late last night. And it wouldn't be a surprise if it was more of the same.
Well, Colin Osborne raced into an early lead, didn't he? Adrian Gray thought he was going to walk into the one performance that Colin Osborne put forward, but Gray somehow managed to turn it around. It was kind of like the entirety of Group C
Game on.
rolled into one head-to-head clash. But it's Adrian Gray that picked up the points yesterday in this very, very important game. If you can do the double here and pick up the win against Colin Osborne at the start of today, he's back in play. He would only be a couple of points away behind Jack Tweddle and David Evans, which would make Adrian
60.
Gray a very big fan of Lee Cox.
One of them, Foxy.
One thing is for almost certain, we will see an improvement from Colin Osborne tonight. He can in no way
58.
play so poorly for a second consecutive night. It's been a long week for the Wizard. The runner-up in Group A, of course.
One of them,
Where he played
Foxy.
so well, which is what made last night be so shocking. Unbelievable. Just how below par Ozzy was.
55. Adrian Car 121.
Well, you'd imagine he'd come into tonight and put it right, but slow, sluggish start once again for Colin Osborne. I mean, there's no point in sending the flares up yet. We're 9 darts in. But he doesn't have time on his side tonight.
83.
Colin Osborne has to win, and he has to win big. Certainly in these early matches.
Adrian Gray down to a finish after 12.
60.
A one
Adrian
dart
Carr,
finish, that is,
38.
but could be awkward. Maybe tempted to split, which he does. Sensible, considering Osborne back on
Finish on the
268.
first leg, Adrian Gray.
Good board management and a good opening leg from Adrian Gray.
Second leg,
14
Colin to
darter.
31st. Game on. $97. 60. $80.
Rescues the visit.
$100.
Should Adrian Gray get the win here? He's all of a sudden bang back into contention.
100.
Should he qualify, will bring a big following with him at finals night tomorrow.
Yeah, always does, doesn't he? Very popular guy, Adrian Gray. I'm sure they'll all be tuning in,
100.
believing that he can turn this one around. And maybe they watched last night, they could feel a little bit hard done by. Lee Cox said in his interview that sometimes he feels a little bit unfortunate down here. But actually, when you look at everyone's performances yesterday,
55.
their better performance did come against Adrian Gray. He ran into a couple of biggies yesterday. He did have to take on people's A-games. He'll probably feel that won't happen again.
24.
Which, if it doesn't, should present him with some opportunities.
Options here for Osborne.
99.
Not the option there we were maybe expecting. 18s or ball was more commonplace, but
50. Calling your car 70.
and that treble 5 was fortunate. Had it gone in big 20, wouldn't have left the finish, but Osborne. Oh no, Ozzy.
30.
Imagine after that bit of fortune, if
167.
Adrian Gray can take out this 167, it would be one of the most unlikely finishes or sequences you've ever seen. Not going to be. Cancel the record button.
97. Calling your car 40.
Osborne then tops.
Getting shown the second
No
leg,
messing
Colin
around
Osborne.
with the doubling. The wizard is off and running.
Third leg, Adrian to through first. Game on.
He's not done with yet.
$125.
I wonder if this uncharacteristic performance of Colin Osborne also comes down to the fact he's now wearing spectacles. I wonder if
140.
he's just still adjusting to the new eyewear.
$100.
He was wearing them throughout Group A, of course,
97.
and put in some real stellar displays.
$60.
With a treble or two here, potentially find an opening, but
94.
does get one.
$45. Calling your car
A
170.
poor visit from Gray there, and all of a sudden Osborne is in the ascendancy. Gray not quite onto a finish, so 6 darts from here for Osborne.
$60.
Gray now will be hoping for 6 of his own from here.
$54. Calling your car
Both
110.
unable to find a treble with their visits.
Such a bright start for Adrian Gray. He's now in trouble here. Colin Osborne can find a treble. That one looks blocked, so may go over to the 18s. Oh, finds a way past. Yes, Colin, it's in. Double 15 for a breaker throw.
80. Heading to car 117.
Gray's back then for 117. One treble required. Tops.
Game shot the
Oh,
third leg.
magnificent. Adrian Gray knew that was a crucial hold of
Colin
throw.
through first. Game on.
Colin Osborne had a chance to break. But that could be vital for Gray.
Was a real key strength of his yesterday, weren't in the early games. Adrian Gray finding
95.
those low ton combinations. 110, 116 in the first couple of games. Exactly the same equation of what we've just seen there. One treble, one single for the double.
58. $140.
Credit to Osborne though. Keeps on plugging away.
$58. $100.
That's more like it from Colin Osborne. We knew it was too bad to be true last night. It's much more like it.
$60. Calling your car 86.
So Osborne then masses of time, but an 11 dart leg would really get him
Game
going,
on
and
the
that is
fourth leg.
exactly
Colin
what
Osborne.
he has got. That's much more like it from the Wizard.
Fifth
That
leg,
was
Adrian
magic.
through first. Game on. $140.
Reminder of the importance of this game. Adrian Gray sat on 2 points. Colin Osborne on 0.
60.
Defeat for Colin Osborne pretty much rules him out of any possibility of qualifying. That is regards to the top 3 positions. Win for Adrian Gray puts him well and truly back in the mix-up.
60.
But with this increased performance level from Osborne, who's to say he couldn't spoil the party for one of his other opponents this evening?
Oh, for sure, Osborne would still play a part somewhere in it. It just wouldn't be to the
125.
benefit of himself.
$26.
Now, is this the moment? Osborne needing a break of throw to win this match.
100.
Probably achieved the bare minimum of what he would have liked from that visit. Gray can't afford any more sloppy visits.
65. $95.
This match really is delicately poised.
60. Calling your car
Well,
121.
it was, but the pendulum really does swing in the favour now of Colin Osborne. Trebleless visit there could be disastrous for Adrian Gray.
Just looking to set it up now.
57. Adrian your car
The impetus
150.
now on Adrian Gray. Needs 150. The soft tip player. Of course he went bull. Of course he's staying with bull.
70. Calling your car 64.
Interesting choice, though, in this scenario, isn't it? Yes, he plays on the soft tip, but the bullseye is bigger in them rules.
24.
Desperately
Adrian Carr,
unlucky from
80.
Osborne. It bent the wire, it was so close. But for Adrian Gray, this has to go. And
Being
it's
shown the
gone
fifth
once
leg,
again,
Adrian
just like
Gray.
the previous leg on his throw where he took out 117.
6 leg
He
calling
pulls
the
it out the
first. Game
fire.
on.
It didn't look likely. He still shakes his head. But he's a leg away from victory.
Pure relief, I
140.
think, isn't it, for Adrian Gray? Doesn't feel like he's in control of this, despite the fact the scoreline would suggest he is. But that'll just be down to the fact that he doesn't feel quite right.
58.
Because he's doing everything right, isn't it, when it comes to the doubles. Yet to miss one, 3 from 3.
Collins hardly doing bad himself. 1 out, 1 in, 50%.
96.
The big moments of this match has revolved around Adrian Gray.
135. $59.
Well, that was an interesting choice.
$28.
Been a few of those, though, hasn't there, from Adrian Gray? Just been unable to capitalise on mistakes and then comes back with a shot to be forgotten.
100.
Maybe that goes down to what he was trying to signal when he took out the 80. Just not quite feeling that release is on point, which often means you're trying to work things out
100.
on the fly.
Calling your car 106.
Don't have to do too much to work this one out. The maths is simple. 6 darts for Colin Osborne to take us all the way.
$58.
That was interesting. Was not interested in the 86 on the treble 18 whatsoever. Leaves a 2-dart combination. Steady, Adrian.
140. Calling your car
No
48.
danger of it creeping in to bust his score. Osborne now. Double 16.
Getting shot on the 6th leg. Calling
Clinical. We go all the way.
So the final leg, Adrian to through first.
And in a
Game
match
on.
where throwing first has proved very advantageous indeed, it's Adrian Gray that gets us underway in the decider.
100.
Big last start as well. Finding the treble with the last. Forces the issue for Colin Osborne. In a last leg decider, you start thinking about these things earlier.
140.
Doesn't just get lost in the blur of a game. This is the game. Every single shot carries its own weight. And look at this from Adrian Gray. What a time.
125.
But that makes things different. The 1 dart slip into the 5 means he now needs 2 trebles to leave a finish from here.
140.
And back-to-back 140s from Osborne. Really makes things interesting.
140.
But Greg gets those 2 trebles.
It's just the danger of the 5 when you're playing at this level. The 1-5 means you need 2 trebles to get to a finish, and when you get to a finish, you need 2 trebles
85.
again. All
Edward Carl,
because of
136.
that 1 dart.
Nothing separating these 2 after 9 darts each at 3 legs apiece.
100. Colin
Once
O'Carroll,
again,
136.
huge last dart from Adrian Gray. Can Colin Osborne now pull it out the fire?
$100.
Still
Edward
nothing
Carl,
separating
36.
these pair after 12 darts each at 3 legs apiece. But throwing first, Adrian Gray can seal the win. 9.
18.
He's
Colin
missed.
O'Carroll, 36.
What an opportunity for Colin Osborne now. The starting target is the same. 18.
Game
He
shot of the
finds
match,
it.
Colin Osborne.
He gets the win, and that meant so much to the Wizard. He reverses the form with Adrian Gray from late last night, and finally Colin Osborne is up and running in Group B. A 90 average as well, so much improvement from last night. But coming up after the break, we get our first look at David Evans tonight.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie require 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
require
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the
81.
stage,
Charlie
approaching the
require
Oki with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think
require
he's gone to
180.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that
Charlie
situation there, George
require
Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
George require
I
20.
think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Got
Couldn't get the job
it.
done.
Got in the match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series here, live and free on Pluto TV. David Evans then, the overnight group leader, facing Lee Cox, who got a monumental victory in unlikely circumstances in that last leg decider against Jack Tweddle. David Evans has had to sit and watch the opening two contests before the break. Colin Osborne getting his own back over Adrian Gray. Once again, David Evans has his dancing shoes on. So
First
Lee
leg
Cox
leader through first. Game on.
has the darts in this match. And Lee will have his eye now firmly on top spot.
55.
He'll most likely and probably should feel like that's job done now in regards to his qualification. So, absolutely, focus changes. Can I win the group? Can I take the biggest prize pot possible because there's more money for the higher you finish in the table? The problem is, though, performer of the night last
59.
night, you have to give to David Evans. 103 average he thrown in this game yesterday against Lee Cox, but that was his only defeat.
58.
Yeah, this game last night was a real treat. As you mentioned there, Matt, Evans with 103 average in
97.
defeat to Lee Cox, who averaged 97 himself, and it really was a superb match worthy of any stage in this sport.
96. 140. David Carr 167.
Evans gets first go then.
$57.
Comes
Lee
up
Carr,
dry, so
150.
Lee Cox 150. Going the more traditional, conventional route.
92. David Carr 110.
Can't find the treble 18, so
54.
once again
Lee Carr 58.
hands the initiative back to Lee Cox,
Getting shown the first
who
leg.
takes
Lee
out
Cox.
tops.
Second leg David through first. Game on.
I think when you look at the 5 players in this group, if you was to quiz them, if you was to try and analyse them, to work out
96.
who it means more to, who really does want to get through to, not just want to get through to Saturday night, but who's driven by it, whose passion is it?
85.
You'd say Lee Cox.
%100 agree.
To everyone else, they want to be there. It's nice to be there. I want to go battle out for the prize.
140.
To Lee Cox, you almost feel it's as fundamental to him as breathing. He has to be there. And you described it earlier, and I thought it was absolutely perfect when you described it almost like there's a desperation to be there.
140.
And certainly to win a week.
Yeah, definitely have Lee Cox top of that list. I'd have Adrian Gray not too far behind there. He is
58.
another one that is still yet to convert success on that stage into a weekly win here.
85.
There's no doubt about it. Crafty Coxey. This would mean the world to him. David Evans, a former weekly winner himself, of course.
133.
Memorable weekly win in a last leg decider in Series 10 against Steve Beaton.
133.
Colin
David
Osborne and
Carr,
Adrian Gray will
74.
probably be hoping Lee Cox wins this game as well. Keep David Evans on 6.
Getting shown
David
the second
Evans
leg, David
got other
Evans.
ideas.
There never looked a moment's doubt.
Third leg leader
with
through
that
first.
checkout.
Game on.
The concentration etched.
$60. $134.
The crucial thing last night for Evans is the winning margins.
100.
That's why he was top of the table overnight. 4-0 over Colin Osborne. 4-1 over Jack Tweddle. 4-0 over Adrian Gray.
180. $78. $100. $123. David Carr,
A puff
87.
of the cheeks there from Lee Cox. Really rescued that visit. Is it enough, though?
51. Lee Carr, 140.
It worked out handy. If you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss. Give yourself on one of your favourite doubles. It's got to stay out the way of that flight.
100.
Does so well.
David Carr, 36.
But the Lee Cox throw is in serious trouble here.
$27. Lee Carr, 40.
Rubbish, he says.
Getting
that's
shown
a
the
bit of a
third leg,
let-off.
Lee Cox.
For Lee Cox, who needed no invitation there.
Fourth leg, David through first. Game on.
He was up to that hockey like a greyhound.
$100. $59.
How does Evans respond?
60.
Oh, that's an unlucky 60.
$100. $135. $95.
Concentration etched.
58.
Both of these players' faces. Perfect visit from Coxey.
48.
And that's put pressure on the throw of David Evans.
Fair effort from Evans. But now he's got to stand back
73.
and see what Lee Cox can do
Lee
from
Cox,
here. Should be
67.
at least getting a dart at the double. Gets to take his pick. Chooses tops.
27. David Carr,
Just a
75.
fraction too much on that, but work to be done here for David Evans. Probably be a dart himself. It's a dart at the same target.
Getting shot at
Different
fourth place,
result,
David
though.
Evans.
We are back to level and everything.
Fifth leg
Going
leader
with
through
the throw.
first. Game on.
Kind of what you expect when you get two players like this who are so evenly matched.
Yeah, it's been nip and tuck
One
in
of them, 40.
every leg.
One of them, 40. One of them, 80.
Another maximum for Lee Cox. This is really good from both these players once again. Lee Cox currently averaging
58.
101. David Evans just shy of 95.
$135.
Looks as though Lee Cox now is shaking the reins and going for home.
133. Leocal 46.
Yeah, what a leg of power scoring here. Just 9 darts thrown to get to this point for Lee Cox.
He's on
11
the
darts
fifth
thrown
leg,
to
Lee
get the
Cox.
job done. That is a great response. The only thing David Evans could have done there to win
Six
that
leg
leg was
David
go out
through
with
first.
9.
Game on.
David Evans, who averaged 103.60 yesterday against Lee Cox and lost, is averaging in the mid-90s and losing again.
57.
Yeah, Lee Cox has certainly saved his best performances for that of David Evans.
134.
This is becoming relentless now from Lee Cox.
$121. $85. $60. $100.
Another good visit. Against the throw. So David Evans needs to get a bit of a wiggle on here if he's going to force this match
59.
to a deciding leg.
$45.
And the door now slightly ajar for Evans. Cox on a finish, but a tricky one at that.
$100.
Yeah,
Leocal
that last
137.
start deserved to go in. So can Lee Cox see this one out? Went tops.
82.
Wasn't a million miles away,
David
but
Carr,
that last
104.
start was loose.
It was wasted, wasn't it? Means he has to burn a dart if he comes back. Dart top to David Evans. At the end of a combination,
84.
he took it out in the last. He does it on this
Leocal,
occasion. He gives it
55.
the Andrew Gildings. But it may be the handshakes in a moment.
Double 10.
Getting shot on the match.
And Lee Cox is as good as through. Not mathematically confirmed, but he is as good as through to finals night. 2 huge wins at the start of his night over Jack Tweddle and now over David Evans. Lee Cox with a 98 average sees himself topping the group as things stand. After the break, Colin Osborne returns against Jack Tweddle. Welcome back, and after some quick mathematics, it is now confirmed that Lee Cox is through to finals night. So 2 spaces remain. Evans and Tweddle, the favourites to join Lee Cox. Jack Tweddle needs to get back to winning ways here against Colin Osborne, who got his own back over Adrian Gray earlier on this evening. Jack Tweddle went to a last leg decider against Lee Cox, started the leg off with a 180, but found wanting in the end. So looking to bounce back here against a rejuvenated Colin Osborne.
But a desperate Colin Osborne.
First leg, Colin to through first. Game on.
This is fixture number 6 for Colin Osborne. 2 points on the table, which means if he does not beat Jack Tweddle, he could only reach 6 points. As things stand, that is the cut-off point, and that's where Jack Tweddle is. which means
80.
the leg difference would take an even bigger swing than it already is. Currently 14 legs between the pair. I think if
140.
Tweddle wins this game, Osborne's done.
Yeah, Colin Osborne was on the receiving end of more than
58.
one whitewash defeat last night, which did serious damage, didn't it?
100.
As did that late defeat to Adrian Gray in yesterday's session, but got his own back. He's playing much better.
45. $100.
Jack Tweddle will be really looking to kick on from here.
Well, it's a strong start. And it's a strong start on the Osborne throw.
99. Jack the car,
Dream
161.
start from Tweddle here to have 6 starts at the 161. Doesn't need to go for the bullseye. Sensibly just lays it up.
121.
12 darts thrown. He's there for the break already. Did I just detect a little bit of swagger there from Jack Tweddle?
127. Jack
It's
the
good to
car,
see.
40. $20. Colin your car,
He's
92.
always sort of left us wanting more this week. And he's given Colin Osborne an opportunity.
$52.
An
Jack the car,
opportunity which
20.
is unfulfilled. So Tweddle
Getting shown the
back to
first leg, Jack
ping.
Tweddle.
double 10 and does eventually take out that
Second
leg
Jack to through first.
for a
Game
break
on.
of throw. And yet, you still feel
60.
like Tweddle has so much more to give.
The ultimate compliment, one would say, in regards
98.
to the expectations and the levels at which Jack Tweddle can reach.
Okay, flip the question around
60.
then. Are we maybe expecting a little bit too much from Jack Tweddle?
Now that is the question. I guess we'll have the answer over the next sort of 3 months or so.
140.
The next 3 months are going to be quite telling, aren't they, for Jack Tweddle? He's got a lot of big competitions coming up, a lot of big opportunities. That coming from the ADC, but also
140.
here at the Super Series. And then ultimately, what's coming up at the back end of the year where he could still get into an Alexandra Palace spot. That through the Challenge Tour. And ultimately then, could he get a tour card off the Challenge Tour? Could he get a tour card at
99.
Q School? The next 3 months will tell us a lot about the character of Jack Tweddle. Could also be a very lucrative time for his pocket.
140. Colin your car, 164.
Colin Osborne, meanwhile, has been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
82. Jack the car,
There's not
101.
much the Wizard hasn't seen in this game.
Game shown
And
the
what he's
second
just
leg,
seen
Jack
there
Tweddle.
is Jack Tweddle taking out 101.
Third leg, Colin to through first. Game on.
Tweddle trying to chase down Jemai van den Herrick, who we saw here a couple of weeks ago in that Challenge Tour Order of Merit to
95.
qualify for the World Championships. Number 1 seed, of course,
100.
for the Winmau ADC Tour Grand Final.
100.
Which is, of course, just 8 days away.
57. $139.
Quality from Osborne there.
100. Colin Carr, 167. $45.
Fortunately for Osborne, Tweddle not yet on a finish.
60. Colin Carr, 122.
And still isn't on a finish.
$80.
So we'll return then for this 42.
60. Colin Carr, 42.
Not vast quantities of pressure arriving from Tweddle. Osborne now looking for the top of the board.
2. Jack the Car, 124.
What can Tweddle do now?
$56. Colin your car, 40.
Well, Colin Osborne was on a finish after 9 darts thrown. This is dart number 20,
Each on the third leg, Colin
which
Osborne.
does go on to win the leg.
Fourth leg, Jack to through first. Game on.
He's trying to find something, isn't he, Colin Osborne? He's digging deep. Knows that tonight has to be perfect. Knows there can't be any
140.
slips, and probably in all likelihood, the scorelines need to be bigger than this one could be, even if he wins all the legs from here. But
58.
he's still got a chance. And whenever you've got a chance, and when you've got the experience and the drive that Colin Osborne does, he's going to fight for every little scrap
100.
he can get.
Yeah, still has that grit and determination about him.
You have to. When you've had the career that Colin Osborne has, but then the
90.
journey that Colin Osborne has had. Because he's played in big major events, he's played in finals of big major events. And then it all went wrong,
119.
didn't he? He lost his action, lost his throw. Looked like it was done for him. And has sort of rebuilt things. Changed the equipment, changed the throw. Remodeled himself, rebuilt himself to the point he's now
121. Jack the
back being
Car,
competitive once again.
142.
Meanwhile, Jack Tweddle has
Change
just
on the
hammered
fourth leg,
home a
Jack
142. That was spectacular from Tweddle. That's why he's number
Fifth
one
leg,
in the
Colin to third
ADC.
first. Game on. $45.
That was a real moment of brilliance from Tweddle. Facing a man,
54.
as you say, Matt, with a spectacular darting CV. World Championship quarter-finalist, UK Open runner-up, the old Championship League winner, Players Championship Finals semi-finalist, beat Michael van Gerwen
40.
back in 2010. That event eventually won by none other than Paul Nicholson.
That Champions League that you referenced there as well was played in a very similar
99.
environment to this, wasn't it? It was a behind closed doors event, streamed when streaming was still in its infancy. And if I believe correctly, you used to get like
100.
£50 per leg. So even if you lost 6-4, you got 200 quid.
140.
Yeah, I forgot to mention as well, in that final, he beat Phil Taylor.
In a time where not many people did.
Just goes to
85.
show the calibre and the career that Colin Osborne has had.
100.
He's run into something special here from Jack Tweddle. 2 ton plus checkouts.
55. Jack the car 108.
Could it be 3?
76.
Narrow margins, but he will return to potentially see this match out.
$100. Jack the car 32.
Jack Tweddle then looking to go over the top. Has to readjust once
16.
again and can't find it.
Colin your car 76.
Can Colin Osborne capitalise?
Match starts missed. 4 in total for Jack Tweddle. Colin Osborne should get a match to start to save it. Dart tops.
56. Jack the car 16.
That may be the last one for Osborne here. Tweddle, 88.
$12.
Still
20.
chasing doubles. He cannot get over the line. Osborne returns.
7 match darts there for Jack Tweddle. But this could get tricky. For that exact reason. He's had 7. He's going to get another 3. Surely this time for Jack Tweddle.
Has to be.
Getting shot on the match,
It
Jack
is.
Tweddle.
And eventually, Jack Tweddle does get over the line to defeat Colin Osborne. And Tweddle is now nearly there himself. An average that was in the mid-90s for most of that match, just dipping with those missed match darts. But after the break, it's Evans against Gray.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had 1. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16. Gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He is 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
lives. Can Jimmy Van Ski do the same? Because he's the one treble here on the 19s, finds it. For the ball.
101!
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double four for the match.
Game! Go! And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith!
Welcome back. The culmination of Group B for you this evening. Finals night lineup almost complete. David Evans can essentially wrap things up with a win here against Adrian Gray. Even then, Gray would potentially need a minor miracle, it would seem, from here.
First leg, David to throw first. Game on.
Evans,
78.
a late start to the night. Played well in defeat, once again, to Lee Cox.
$100.
But against his other opponents last night, he completely blitzed them.
$59. $30.
This was a whitewash win for Evans last night. Which seriously damaged
78.
Gray's leg difference.
$180.
Fighting for his life here at the Super Series, Adrian Gray fighting to keep this group alive. Victory for David Evans would seal everybody's fate in regards to qualification. We'd know our lineup
60.
at the halfway point of day number 2. The full lineup of the 6 players for Saturday night will be done.
The top 3 will just be jostling for position to see which group they will be in tomorrow night's finals
85.
night.
$59.
Double checking things there, Evans. Could still go, but not now.
42. David Carr, 167. $139.
That's a nice set of good pressure shot there. Great first start from Gray.
Gain shot
And
on
the
the
third
first leg.
one wasn't
Adrian
too
Gray.
shabby either.
Second leg, Adrian to throw
Adrian
first.
Gray
Game
just about staying alive at the Super Series.
Well, one thing we learned about Adrian Gray yesterday in his final game against Colin Osborne is that he is a battler. He was 3-0 down to Colin Osborne, not playing his
84.
best. Colin Osborne producing the best darts he did of the day. Adrian Gray able to turn that one around. That a much smaller story than the bigger
59.
task that's ahead of him of trying to turn around this entire group. But same principle, just on a larger scale.
100. $100. $125.
This is tidy stuff from Gray early doors in this match.
$45.
Real change of body language from David Evans as well.
$65. $100. Head to the car.
Big last start, but the
127.
fluency and regularity of finding the trebles for David Evans have may
41.
seem slightly harder to come by.
$100. Head to the car. 86.
Oh, look at this now from Adrian Gray. Similar to the first leg,
54.
but this
Give the car.
time
97.
he can't find the requisite double. Can Evans. Gray dare not look.
77. Head to the car. 32.
He gets another chance, which didn't seem likely given that marker that Evans put in there, but Gray now for 2-0.
Getting shown the second leg. Adrian Gray. Third leg. David is through first. Game on.
Group B isn't done with yet, you know.
Who would have saw this coming when David Evans was blitzing people at the start of yesterday? 4-0, 4-1, 4-0 was the scorelines for David Evans when he'd taken on Colin Osborne, Jack Tweddle and Adrian Gray.
180.
But then, 4-2 defeats on both occasions to Lee Cox. Potential defeat here. It could be 3 wins followed by 3 defeats.
140.
Wow, that was interesting, wasn't it? Dart 2 was just thrown with expectation. Ended up dropping low. Dart 3 really did catch the flight on the way in, but that is inviting for catching the flight. Right on the top wire, surely can't miss.
180.
David Evans is pumped.
$131. David
Can
Carr,
he?
141.
6 perfect darts so far. Maybe the adrenaline.
65.
Yeah, you could see the demeanour change, couldn't you? He knew what he was on
100.
for.
David
With
Carr,
that,
76.
can just change how things feel. Can be a little bit too engaged at times. However, it wasn't a 9-darter.
Getting shown the
But
third
it
leg.
is an
David
11.
Evans.
But he's going to need to do something
Fourth
like
leg,
that, you
Adrian
feel,
throws
on
first.
the Adrian
Game
Gray
on.
throw. That was just a hold there for stretch.
Well, that has brought him right back into contention in this match. It was in danger
95.
of slipping away from him, which wouldn't have been a total disaster, but it would have been on the same trajectory at least.
100. 57.
Wanting to shimmy across and stick with
100.
20s.
$100. $60.
Didn't like that third dart, did he? Gray certainly liked that first one.
83.
So as Gray leaves a bogey number,
140.
Evans looks to kick on here, and Adrian Gray, first real sign of proper annoyance, proper frustration.
It's just the timing of mistakes, isn't it? You expect
80.
mistakes, but you don't
David
want them
Carr,
at times that are so
101.
key, and that's where the frustration kicks in. Treble required. Treble found.
77.
The double was
Adrian
not
Carr,
found.
86.
So Adrian Gray, after a frustrating couple of visits, has a chance. A chance at bull.
61. David Carr, 24.
Evans for two apiece.
Game shown the fourth leg, David Evans.
And two apiece it is.
Fifth leg, David to throw first. Game
There's
on.
a lot of pondering going on that stage, isn't there? Both players having their individual moments, looking up to the heavens, looking for some inspiration and hope.
140.
Could be pondering what if Adrian Gray was 2-0 up in this game, looking to play himself back into contention. But reminder, a win for David Evans
96.
ends this group. We will know our 6 players.
After a slow start in this match, Evans has upped his average
134.
to just shy of 97.
$93.
Gray's has been steady and maintained at around about 87.
And it almost feels stealthily progressed, doesn't it, from David Evans?
100.
But continues to make it.
$140. David Carr, 127.
He's left the Paul Hinks special. Paul Hinks knows it.
87.
Didn't want to go for it. It's not like David Evans to be a bit of a party pooper.
Same numbers, different order for Adrian Gray, which means no finish, no shot.
95. David Carr, 40.
It looks, on recent evidence, that David Evans is about to take the lead. In the lead he goes. What a turnaround this is for David Evans. 2-0 down, not really finding much. Now averaging in the mid-90s. A leg away from qualification through to another Saturday night here at a live lounge in Portsmouth.
60.
Well, there you see the averages. Adrian Gray's has always been around where it is now. It's been fairly consistent throughout, but Evans has found that extra level, found that extra gear to really kick on
97.
and to stretch away.
140.
Gray isn't done with yet.
He's battling hard, he's fighting hard, but he's got to raise it. You feel around about 10 points here.
84.
If he's going to turn this one around, he needs to hold, he needs to break.
$41.
And each and every dart in the treble 20 bed from David Evans is a dagger in the heart of Adrian Gray.
You feel this has to be a 140 minimum ton. Oh, is there a way in? He doesn't think so.
65.
There was another option to a finish there, and he did try to utilise the bullseye. But this is all about David Evans now. Imagine if he can hit a 140. We may not have to imagine it. We might be about to see it.
140.
Yeah, got good height on that final dart there to avoid any potential embarrassment. But now,
140.
following a 140 from Gray, David Evans can essentially complete Group B. Double 10. And that win for David Evans means we have our finals night lineup. David Evans has qualified alongside Jack Tweddle and Lee Cox and will join Graham Usher, the Group A winner, Mark McGeady and Ashley Coleman from Group C as well. Plenty more darts still to come tonight though. It's Lee Cox against Colin Osborne next.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McHugh.
Welcome back as we hit the halfway stage of the evening. Let's take a look and see how things are really shaping up in the second session of Group B. David Evans, before the break, completing a 4-2 win over Adrian Gray. Combine that with a 4-1 win for Jack Tweddle over Colin Osborne sees our 3 qualifiers confirmed from this group. The battle for qualification is over. It's Lee Cox, it's David Evans, it's Jack Tweddle that we will be seeing back here tomorrow night. But the battle to win Group B starts now. And Lee Cox, currently sat atop of Group B, can go a long way to nearly confirming his group winner status by getting a win over the wizard Colin Osborne, who now, alongside Adrian Gray, is playing the role of spoiler for the rest of the night. After overcoming that last leg decider against Jack Tweddle at the top of the show this evening, Lee Cox has been in fine form.
Game on.
Very much so. 93 average, 98 the averages, 2 wins against 2 top players in Jack Tweddle and David Evans. Now 26. The test is going to be, how can he keep that intensity? Can he keep the intensity within his game to complete the job, to maybe run the card, to top the group? Or does that go? We've
45.
talked about the desperation, the desire, the hunger for Saturday night. Now that's confirmed, is it almost, this is Lee Cox on victory lap time, and he just wants to get out of here and go celebrate and get ready for tomorrow? Or do we still get that same version of Lee Cox that we've seen already? Questions?
100.
These 2 great friends off the hockey do a lot of their travelling to tournaments together.
100.
They will be well familiar with each other's game.
100.
And you knew from dart number 1 that that was going to be a maximum. You get a similar feeling here as well.
140.
Not quite the same result, however. Tops.
60. Colin O'Carr,
Half-hearted effort, some would say. That gives an opportunity for Osborne. Treble acquired. Single acquired. Double acquired.
Colin Osborne. Second leg, Colin did through first.
Colin Osborne enjoyed that one.
$100.
Straight back in as well. With a level ton.
55.
Lee Cox can't go with Aussie at the moment.
Well, he has stepped it up here, hasn't he, Colin Osborne, in regards to the consistency.
140.
Dare I say, just a little bit more pace in the game at the moment for Colin Osborne. Not quite as deliberate as we have seen so far in this Group B campaign.
80.
Robin Hood makes an appearance at the Live Lounge on a Friday night.
78. 60.
Colin has a commanding lead here.
$79. 58. Calling your car 104.
So, can he do the same as he did in the previous leg? It won't be a ton plus
88.
out, but he will be back.
$85. Calling your car 16.
Plenty of time, no pressure.
Getting shot on the second leg, Colin Osborne.
1 out, 1 in, 2-0.
Third leg leader through first. Game on. $135.
Now Lee Cox has refound his range.
$140.
This really begs the question. After a real solid Group A campaign,
40.
where has this Colin Osborne been these past 2 nights?
It's hard to sort of work out, really, isn't it? What's gone wrong with Colin Osborne?
100.
One of the things that's really been a characteristic of his is consistency. Just not happened for him in this group campaign until now when it's all over.
96.
Maybe just pressurising the situation much. We know this is the last chance for a lot of players this year to be able to pick up a Super Series weekly win and have another crack at Champions Week.
60.
This is the last series of 2025.
Indeed, as there only are around about 8 minutes left of Friday, it is still 50 days to go
140.
until Champions Night.
$64. Leo car 90. $36.
Went
Colin
a
O'Carr,
cheeky
130
route
grand.
against his great mate. Will Ozzy do the same? He went to.
97. Leo car 54.
Can Lee now tidy it up? Good guide.
34. Colin O'Carr 40.
Wouldn't follow. And now, Colin Osborne needs tops himself. Attention switches to 10s for a 3-0 lead.
Getting shown the third leg.
He's got
Colin
it.
Osborne. Fourth leg Colin to through
I
first.
think before a
Game
dart was
on.
thrown in this one, there wouldn't have been too many people predicting this scoreline, and Lee Cox is wearing every single one of these blows. The question was, how much does this matter to Lee now that the job is done in regards to qualifying? Well, you can see
85.
he wants to win this group. And if he is to go on to lose this game to Colin Osborne, has just let David Evans and Jack Tweddle
100.
back into that challenge. However, keep in the back of your mind, Colin Osborne was here yesterday. He was 3-0 up in a game, the last game of the evening against Adrian Gray. Ended up losing it by 4 legs to 3. So it may not be all done and dusted as of yet.
Not with visits like that.
$81. $60.
Leaves the finish then, despite that troublous visit.
$60. Leo car 161.
And now Lee Cox has a bit of breathing space in a leg for a change in this match. Will he go for it, I wonder? Oh, he went for it.
136.
And it was a fantastic effort.
Try to engage a little bit there, you feel, with Colin Osborne, don't you? But Colin Osborne's showing his experience, his stagecraft.
100.
Locking
Leader car
eyes, not even
25.
looking in the direction of Lee Cox.
Getting shown the fourth leg.
Does
Lee
tidied
Cox.
up to take the leg.
Fifth leg leader through first. Game on.
It's a break back. We'll need another, of course, but it's a starting point nevertheless.
45. One of them, 40. $99.
Well, the shackles are off Colin Osborne. The pressure is lifted. He knows his race is run.
41.
Whatever the professional wants to go out with the best possible results.
Just keeps hitting that bottom wire at the moment, doesn't he? Which does block up that
100.
treble 20 bed quite a lot with that angle of entry. Chipping down on his score.
85. $50.
Sensible last start of the visit there from Osborne.
59. Colin car 170.
Right then, Colin Osborne. It was almost time to go fishing.
65. Leo car 114.
Will Lee Cox fire back with a
Getting shown the fifth leg, Lee Cox.
three-digit outshot? Yes, he will. Turns round
Sixth leg,
to
Colin
face
first.
Osborne.
Game on.
But once again, despite them being good friends, when they're up on that oche, Osborne does not want to engage.
38.
But he may be fearing the same again. 3-0 up in the last game yesterday, let it slip, lost 4-3. And right now,
47.
it feels like this one may be slipping away from Colin Osborne again.
$45.
As the finish line has been in sight in this one, that free-flowing, carefree Colin Osborne
140.
has just tightened up once again. Lee Cox senses that.
123. $60.
Oh, Ozzy's back. Yeah, stopped himself. That was
94. Colin car
wise
115.
then from Lee Cox. But Colin Osborne now can wrap up this match. Tops.
Game
Oh,
shot and the match,
sensational. Colin Osborne. Yes, it's too little too late in terms of qualification, but that was still a really good display from the Wizard. His race is run. It's Lee Cox out the two that progresses from the group. But Colin Osborne can hold his head high after that performance. A 4-2 win. After the break, it's David Evans against Jack Tweddle.
.54, Charlie Maguire 164. .44. .32, Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
.26, Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
.40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
Yoki with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust. And
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
.59. Charlie
Threw the entire
required
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy. Couldn't get the job done.
The match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
The silencer, Jeff Smith!
2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game, shot, and the Modus Super Series champion!
Yeah, that's my whole game. If I'm finishing well, I can beat any player in the world.
Conor Heenahan.
But Hino is the hero, and the Irish Dream Team reigns supreme.
To achieve most things here, this is last on the list. Just get the name on the trophy.
It's the Highlander, John Henderson!
The Highlander hits the heights.
John
A
Henderson.
160 finish to break the throw-up net.
I take all these wins as though I win a major. I kid you not, I really do.
Former Players Champion, a former PDC World Finalist. He is the artist, Kevin Painter.
What a finish that is from Kevin Painter.
Kevin Painter.
But I will still keep giving it as much as I can, as long as I can.
whole host of champions rejoin us next week here at the Modus Super Series, including the reigning, defending Series 11 champion Jeff Smith. The silencer is back, but things could be very tricky for him. Conor Heenan, pairs champion, of course. Sam Spivey, a former series runner-up. John Henderson, Kevin Painter, James Hubbard. Look at that list of names. It all gets underway in Group A Monday morning at 9:30. So before the break, we saw Colin Osborne get one over on his good buddy Lee Cox, and that has left the door ajar for one of these two to potentially go on and win Group B. Both of them, David Evans and Jack Tweddle, safely through. As David Evans is recounting a tale of times gone by with Paul Hinks. But the winner of this match has a real chance to go on
First leg, David, through first.
and win the group. They're jostling
Game
for
on.
position, playing for group places tomorrow night.
$99.
And ultimately, potentially playing for a little bit of psychological warfare.
100.
Who knows? This could be the final tomorrow. Wouldn't it be so much better going into that final knowing that you've won every single fixture against your opponent?
59.
Well, last night,
60.
David Evans dispatched Jack Tweddle with consummate ease, 4-1.
But that was in the middle of him dispatching everyone with ease, wasn't it? 4-0 Osborne, 4-0 Adrian Gray, 4-1 Tweddle. It's not quite
140.
been as easy for David Evans since, though.
$97.
Hello, hello.
I mean, it was quite fortunate he saw the flight come off in his eye line. How many times do we see that happen and a player throws the dart without the flight on,
99.
hits the board sideways, skewers Paul Hinks, goes viral.
45. David Carr, 104.
Disaster averted. Needs the treble. Gets the treble. Needs the double.
84.
Can't find the double, but with Jack Tweddle not on a finish, David Evans is in pole position.
$65. David Carr, 20.
Working his way across. But
No
can't
shot.
find it.
Jack Carr, 134.
Oh, hello. Needed tops.
94. David Carr, 20.
For a minute there, David Evans was worried.
Getting
He's
shot
not
the first
now.
leg, David Evans. Second leg, Jack to through first. Game on. $46.
In this series so far, he's checking the flight and stem once again there, Evans.
60.
And when it gets to that point, surely you'd just change it, wouldn't you? I mean, why would you persist?
59.
If it's something that's catching your eye, it's something you're worried about, something that's going to distract you ultimately from just performing your best darts. We've seen it be a problem already. It's fell off.
Or just do that instead.
That helps, yeah.
Yeah, in this series, so many of the weekly winners have come from Group B. Keegan Brown, runner-up in Group B, going on to
91.
a weekly title. Neil Duff and Jensen Walker winning Group B, going on to win the weekly
90.
title.
David Carr 170.
Another.
$130.
Well, he got the little fish when he needed the big one. Well, I say need.
140. David Carr 40.
Tops then.
Getting
For
shown the second
2-0.
leg, David Evans.
He's making this look easy now.
Third leg, David to throw first. Game on.
Gets the break.
58.
Jack Tweddle hasn't really got going in this match yet. An uncharacteristic low average so far. That certainly helps matters, but still now in the low 80s.
$40.
Well, Paul Hinks will have a good look at that one. Make sure it's not touching the board. Doesn't have to penetrate the board. Just has to be touching the fascia. On that occasion, he says the point
60.
was not. But yeah, it can be quite hard, can't it, to play with the same level of intensity. Depends what the goal is. If the goal is to come here and win the group, then it's easy. That goal's not been achieved yet. If it was just to get through to Saturday, that one has confirmed. Tweddle is in.
131. $93. Jack Carr 170.
170s apiece. Tweddle got first go.
58. David Carr 170.
David Evans will have another go.
$58. Jack Carr 112.
He can only match the efforts of Jack Tweddle, who gets a treble and a double.
Like Jack Tweddle.
That's much more like it. Recovering from a slow start to break back immediately.
Loves a big finish as well, doesn't he? 101 and a 142 in his last game against Colin Osborne. Had the 112. It's a good night of finishing. 5 ton-plus checkouts now for this Group B campaign for Jack Tweddle.
100. $54.
Perfect first dart. Come on, he says.
140. $100. $91.
Great last start there from Evans. Leaves himself yet another go at the 170.
100. David Carr 170.
Going low once again, but
96. Jack Carr 147.
find a treble this time. Tweddle can't make the 147 disappear.
115. David Carr 74.
Perfect setup. If he gets a go.
$54.
He will get a go.
Car 32.
Evans misses a chance
shown the fourth
to
leg,
go
Jack
3-1
Tweddle.
up and now finds himself at 2 apiece with Jack Tweddle.
Fifth leg, David to 31st. Game on.
Some deep breaths and some deep pondering this evening from a lot of the players. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, how many of the players have come into this group. And I'm going to go back to a comment, I believe it was Mark McGeaney who made in his interview, where he said, I can't think about what they're going to do. I've only got to think about what I'm doing. And I wonder how many of the players in this group's come into this and gone, well, this is a quality room. I'm aware of what everybody else is capable of.
100. $140.
Brings Tweddle back into contention in this leg. Evans trying to force the issue.
140. $60. David Carr 121.
Tweddle comes up dry now, and Evans now has time.
$47.
What can Tweddle find?
57.
Not
David Carr
enough.
74.
So once again, Evans has left himself 74. So electing to go 1 for tops.
54.
Once again, there's
82.
not a lot
David Carr 20.
coming from Tweddle in response. So Evans then has gone inside. Could get awkward. Weighing up his options. I wonder if he's contemplating splitting, forcing the impetus back on Tweddle. Would have been a ballsy move, but instead does what he needed to do and hit the double. Let's not overcomplicate it.
Game on. $60. $100. $100. $60. $60.
Both players struggling to find a treble in this sixth leg.
91. $100.
Tweddle needed 2, but only found 1.
$100. 127. David Carr 150.
So, if David Evans is going to win the match in this leg, he has to do it in spectacular fashion. Jack Tweddle will be back for 54.
104. Jack the Car 54.
Brings it down nicely there, David Evans.
Getting shown the sixth leg, Jack Tweddle.
Doesn't matter, Jack Tweddle levels us up. But the big
Seventh and final leg, David through
advantage
first. Game on.
is in the favour of David Evans. That's the fact he's got the throw. That man, Jack Tweddle, you feel, is going to need to find an almighty leg.
$43.
A slip from Evans. And Tweddle
140.
is all over it. However, cast your minds back to the opening match of the night. Jack Tweddle was in a last leg decider against Lee Cox. Started with a maximum, going on to lose the leg.
100.
And indeed the match. So Tweddle will be hoping to avoid any sort of repeat.
Almost felt like last chance saloon this for David Evans in this leg, and he's delivering the second maximum of the match.
125.
Well, how did he get that second one in?
138. Jack the Car 117.
Fantastic setup play from Evans. Will it be in vain? Tweddle, match dart.
97.
Evans had his
David Carr,
arms
40.
stretched out wide. And it's David's turn.
Getting shown the match, David Evans.
And he doesn't need no second dart. He wins 4-3 once again. Jack Tweddle is the wrong side of a last leg decider. And David Evans now going to the top of the table, back to the top of the table. Almost 92.5 average after the break. Lee Cox takes to the stage for the final time in Group B. Welcome back. 3 more matches for you here on this Friday night / Saturday morning. The first of which is Adrian Gray, already eliminated against Lee Cox, already through. This is Cox's final match of the Group B campaign. Adrian Gray will have to still play again. He faces Jack Tweddle in our final match of
First
the night.
leg, Adrian to throw first.
With Colin Osborne against David Evans,
Game on.
sandwiched in between.
You feel like it's been so close, won't it, for Adrian Gray to keeping himself within
100.
the running. And it all really comes down to game number 1, doesn't it, when he lost that game 4-3 to Colin Osborne. Didn't really find
82.
his top level when he needed it. There's a few key moments in that one that just went against the Conqueror on that occasion. And it was that,
45.
wasn't it? Darts dropping low, keeps saying get them up, wants them closer. He doesn't mind darts going low because the angle of entry, but he needs them closer to that treble target, so it's something to
85.
use. Ideal. Well,
100.
it was ideal to use, he just wasn't able to use it.
We saw earlier, didn't we, with Colin Osborne, that when that elimination was confirmed, the shackles were off, the weight of expectation was off his shoulders, and he was able to play some really nice free-flowing stuff at the expense of Lee Cox.
80. Adrian Carr,
Will Adrian
116.
Gray do the same in his final 2 matches of the night?
60. Lee Carr, 154. 86. Adrian Carr, 56.
Tops them for Gray. 1 at 10s. That was a bit of a
42.
flyer.
Lee Carr,
Eyes widened.
68.
He couldn't believe it.
Maybe about to get worse.
66. Adrian Carr, 14.
Not a bad target, this, for Adrian Gray.
Getting shot on the first leg, Adrian Gray.
I was going to say, because if he misses on the outside, he can build on top of it, or he could just hit it straight away and have no
Second leg leader
problems.
for the first. Game on.
Either work.
60. 57. 95.
'Can he fill it up?
140.
Not quite, but when players like Lee Cox and Jack Tweddle are
137.
chasing David Evans at the top of the table, Adrian Gray can do a bit of damage.
140. 39. Adrian Carr, 164.
Will he have a look? Oh, he had a look.
115. Lee Carr, 170.
Would have been some conversion, that, for Adrian Gray, wouldn't it? 140, 140, 164 out.
58. Adrian Carr, 49.
So, double 16
Being
is
shown
the
on
double of
second leg,
choice.
Adrian Gray.
And again, the same with Colin Osborne. Where has
Third
this
leg, Adrian
Adrian
to
Gray
third
been
first.
the past
Game
2
on.
days?
$60.
So far, Lee Cox is the victim to those already eliminated from the group.
45.
But for Lee, he did his good work early. Qualification was confirmed early.
42.
His attention shifts towards a big, big finals night
60.
as he chases that elusive weekly win.
One of his big goals, wasn't it?
59.
He's been ticking some of his big goals off, some of his big ambitions. Picked up that Challenge Tour title now. One of the real big things he wanted to do.
81.
He's not happy with his game here. Well, if you look at the scoreline, it appears that it'd be on the ropes.
140.
Yeah, a handful of Pro Tour appearances this year for Coxey.
$40.
Beat Danny Lauby 6-4 before succumbing to Danny Noppert 6-2. No disgrace in that whatsoever.
140.
Danny Noppert currently booked himself a place in the semi-final of the World Grand Prix this week. That'll be happening later this evening, as we're
60.
now
Adrian Carr,
at
60.
0:33 here in the UK.
Getting shown the third leg, Adrian Gray.
Well, Adrian Gray isn't hanging around here.
Fourth leg leader through first. Game on.
Averaging in the 90s.
100.
And 3-0 up.
$96. $45. $99.
Just goes to show, once that pressure is off, playing with freedom, what results it can bring.
60. $99.
There has been a few too many darts dropping really low from Adrian Gray as well. Though.
125.
That was a bold effort for a maximum there.
$100.
Adrian Gray keeps on ticking over nicely.
$97. Adrian Carr, 107.
Will he get a match start on this visit?
$55.
Never
Carr,
really threatened.
74.
Looking to dig deep here is Lee Cox.
Game shown the fourth leg, Lee Cox.
Keeps
On
this
we
game
go.
alive.
Fifth leg, Adrian to through first. Game on.
Won't lie down, will he, Leacox? Did this in the last game as well. It looked like he
58.
was beaten, but managed to dig himself back into the match. And again, maybe aware of the fragilities of Adrian Gray over the last couple of days, and he sense an opportunity to
140.
get himself those extra couple of points here with a turnaround victory.
Would be a big ask from here, but
40.
points on the floor from Adrian Gray. But once again, looking at the averages, Leacox has saved his worst performance of the night to his final match.
45.
Maybe it's just past his bedtime.
Adrian Gray just appearing to lose a little bit of that composure and feel that's put him so far ahead in this
55.
game. Going back to the Adrian Gray that we saw earlier on and yesterday.
$100. $58. $120.
A complete shift in the body language of Adrian Gray. Was cantering towards a success here.
60. Leo Khan 96.
But he's now questioning with every visit, and Leacox
78.
smells blood here. Gray not on a finish.
$45. Leo Khan 18.
Splits for
Each
double
on the
eight.
fifth leg, Leacox.
Very assured.
6-leg leader through first.
Adrian
Game on.
Gray in a world of his own. Staring off into the distance. Didn't want to know.
60.
He's putting pressure on himself, is Gray, once that finish line has reached touching
45.
distance, and he's doing himself no favours at this stage.
$60. $100.
That will settle him somewhat.
$45.
It's a couple of phantom throws at the back of the stage, trying to get the arm moving, trying to keep things free and flowing. Does have another game still to go. We'll close the day going up against Jack Tweddle. Colin Osborne and David Evans still to play up next.
81.
So still work to be done here for Adrian Gray, and still a chance to improve his position. Yes, he can't get in the top three, but he could make sure he doesn't finish in the bottom position, where at the moment
100.
he's currently sat.
$55. $100.
An eye roll there from Lee. Wanted more. Expected more.
Exactly the same as well there, putting that one in the bottom wire in the corner. Had the bed wide open for himself.
60. Head to the car 125.
Is this the moment then for Adrian Gray?
$49. Leo car 76.
Or are we now going all the way once again to a last leg decider?
Game shot on
Yes,
the 6
we
side,
are.
Leacox. 7th final leg, Adrian to throw first. Game on.
Adrian Gray's 3-0 lead has evaporated.
$100. $100. $96.
Leacock still has visions of topping Group B outright.
100.
Will need to win this deciding leg and rely on his mate Colin Osborne doing him a favour against
145.
David Evans.
Look, it still means to Adrian Gray. He's out with the running. Can't qualify, but still pumped up for the victory.
Head to the car 160.
This could be the best leg of the game from both.
$50. Leo car 161.
So both players faltering for big
65.
outshots.
Adrian car 110.
Adrian Gray returns for a 110. Leacock sat on 96. Can't find the treble.
27. Leo car 96.
Leacock's then went double.
40. Head to the car 83.
Adrian Gray gets another bite of the cherry. Once again, a few shadow throws. Looking at 16 for right in the middle.
58. Leo car 56.
Match start. Missed for Gray. Match start. Hit
Leacock.
by Lee Cox, who comes from 3-0 down to win 4-3. He still has a chance of topping Group B come the end of the night. It got really scrappy towards the end, but Lee Cox now needs a favour from Colin Osborne.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Modus guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He is 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone, and you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Van Skee's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Van Ski is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Ski do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double fourth in a match.
Game. Go. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Welcome back. 2 more matches for you this evening, and with a win, David Evans can cement his place atop of Group B. Great to see Colin Osborne still in high spirits.
You can imagine when he made the trip down here to Portsmouth, the minimum expectation when you're here for the whole week, like Colin Osborne has been, is Saturday night. So to not be getting through to Saturday night must be a bit of a disappointment, maybe a setback into where he probably believes his game was.
First leg, Colin to throw first. Game on.
You could see just before the off there, the gritting of the teeth, trying to find a way to
60.
just disturb this group a little bit here. Stop David Evans from having a chance of winning it.
$58. $100.
Colin Osborne with 2 wins so far tonight.
60.
So despite not qualifying for finals night, is still bowing out with his
100.
head held high.
$60. $82.
Evans slow out the traps here.
57.
And despite Osborne leaving a bogey number, still has time on his side.
127. 58. Colin your car, 32.
Very slow start. Uncharacteristically slow from David
Each on the
Evans.
first leg, Colin
Not
Osborne.
from Colin Osborne. He isn't hanging around.
Second leg, David through first. Game on. One of them, 40.
Well, this time slot was the only one that David Evans lost yesterday. He was
85.
opening 3 games very convincingly. Lost game number 4. That was to Lee Cox. I mean, I may be overselling the point. He did average 103 on that occasion.
59. $100.
Good board management from Evans.
126.
You're lucky not to get all 3 there. Look at this from Ozzy.
140.
Plays so much better, doesn't he, when he just plays with that little bit of extra rhythm, that little bit of extra freedom in
60.
the action. Ultimately, just that little injection of pace.
$85. David Dakar, 116.
But, I start being wayward, makes it much more difficult. And had he just found a single 20. Down on the 19s there for David Evans. Treble. We'll give him a darn at tops. No treble found for David Evans. Colin Osborne got a bit of a beaming grin across his face.
42. Colin Dakar,
A little
91.
cheeky smirk there, wasn't there, from Colin? But now that smirk turns to a face of concentration, and
51. David Dakar,
he
74.
can't sort out that 91. Evans has a chance once again at 74, which he left a couple of times in his previous match. Just taking his time there. If something may have caught his attention. Colin
42.
Osborne certainly
Colin Dakar,
can see the
40.
funny side of something.
Yeah, I think what it was David Evans maybe thought it was in. Or maybe something else, because Colin Osborne thinks something's hilarious.
David Evans doesn't. Which probably makes it even more funnier for Osborne.
Game shot on the second leg, Colin Osborne.
Osborne definitely sees the funny side now.
Third leg, Colin to through first. Game on.
I think both players just recomposing.
$60.
Finally underway now in leg number 3. Colin Osborne
100.
still giggling away.
And I don't know why it's so contagious. I don't even know what he's laughing at, and I'm sat here laughing.
$134. $180.
Well, that will lighten the mood at least for Evans.
$81.
This is much better from Evans.
$125.
Osborne ready to step in if required. Evans looking to fire in his final dart into tops, which he can't do.
Calling your car 101.
So the jovial scenes turn to frustration for Evans, but
61.
he will be back.
David Carr 40.
Nice setup from Colin.
Getting shot on the
Evans
third leg,
matches him
David
there
Evans.
with that dart at tops. It's 2-1.
Fourth leg, David through first. Game on.
And Colin Osborne is still giggling away.
$140.
Evans sees this as no laughing matter now.
$100. $96.
Turnaround scorelines has kind of been the theme at the back end of this session. We just saw one game turn around 3-0 down. This one has the vibe that this one is starting to turn in the favour of
83.
David Evans.
$67.
Well, Evans is being put through the ringer.
$140.
He can't believe what he's just seen from both his own previous visit and that of Colin Osborne's. What a way to respond, though.
$174.
Exceptional.
$60. David Carr 24.
And now, David Evans can bring us level.
Game shown the fourth leg, David
14 darter from Evans. It's 2 legs apiece.
Fifth leg, Colin to throw first. Game on. $55. $100.
The tide has definitely turned here, hasn't it?
Oh, for sure. David Evans on the ascendancy and Colin Osborne,
60.
since getting the giggles, hasn't quite found the same level. There's a bit of punditry I've never done before. Since he started laughing for unknown reasons, he hasn't been able to find the same level
100.
of darts.
140.
Just saying, if Henry Deacon was the presenter tonight, we'd know by the next game why that was, that he was laughing. He'd have found out.
60.
Well, our budding team of wannabe journalists will endeavour to bring us that news as soon as humanly possible.
100. $100. Calling your car 146.
What can Osborne do from here then? Looking to set it up, but instead is at risk of making a bit of a
35.
mess, and a mess he has made.
141. $99. Calling your car 111.
Evans waits. Osborne with a dart for 3-2.
91. David Carr 42.
Certainly he lives every shot, doesn't he, David Evans? Even his opponents at the hockey stood shaking his head. Probably thought that that was going to go.
$32.
They got the
Calling your car
chance.
20.
Not able to take it. This is not the way that this felt like it was going to go.
No score. David Carr 10.
Never threatening, was it? From Osborne there. And Evans can step back in.
Game shot on the fifth leg, David Evans.
No messing around that time.
Sixth leg, David is through first. Game on.
So gets the breaker throat. Steps back up looking to serve this one out in order to
60.
win the group.
$100. $60.
Two opening visits though from Evans, resulting
45.
trebleless.
$93.
Finally gets a big treble with his 9th dart of the leg. Fortunately for Evans,
93.
Osborne was also chasing trebles.
$61.
I think maybe Evans is putting a little bit too much pressure on himself trying to see this one out.
96.
To say the least, yes. Giving himself a good poking in the head there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's qualified. He's through. It's done.
For a moment, I thought you was going to say he's qualified in poking
78.
in the head.
Calling your car 167.
Thought that must have been a strange college.
85. David Dakar 149.
So then, now's the time to find a big treble or two. Or not.
65. Colin Dakar 82.
I've left it relatively handy though if Osborne can't deal with this 82.
$18 for Bull. Bull it is, but just a little shuffle there to avoid the flight.
Game shot of 6 leg,
Colin Osborne.
7th final leg, Colin to throw first.
What a finish
Game
that
on.
was to send us all the way once again. To decide the winner of Group B,
137.
it all comes down to this leg.
$57. $60. $60.
It's edgy. It's nervy. But not for Colin Osborne.
140.
A bit of a head loss here for David Evans. It's come at a peculiar time. Yes, of course, he wants to win the group.
140. Kaluka 164.
But is it the be-all and end-all at this stage?
Financially, it's a benefit. Maybe that's what he's thinking here, just trying to cash as much as he can.
$60.
But that, and his fate, doesn't lie in his hands no more. He's handed that to Colin Osborne. He may have handed him 6 darts here if you can't find a treble with this last big dart.
100.
Oh, good find.
Tommy O'Carr 104.
Great find.
Yeah, superb there from Evans. Osborne now. Can't find the requisite treble to leave a double,
48.
and Evans
David O'Carr 144.
could almost steal it here. It's on. Oh, it's on all right.
132. Colin O'Carr 56.
Wasn't happy with the effort at double, but it was a gallant effort nevertheless. And Osborne now 56 away from winning 4-3 tops.
Game shot of the
And
match,
that
Colin
win for
Osborne.
Colin Osborne means Group B goes the way of Lee Cox. David Evans has to settle for second. It was a baffling game in truth. Something tickled their funny bone in the midway stage, but coming up after the break, it's our final match of the session. It's Jack Tweddle, it's Adrian Gray.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophied. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor.
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
Final match of Group B sees Jack Tweddle face Adrian Gray. Gray already eliminated, unfortunately for him. Jack Tweddle qualified safely through to finals night.
First leg, Jack to through first. Game on.
So for the final time in Group B this week, Paul Hinks signifies game on.
85.
What do you make of Jack Tweddle's performance tonight, and indeed in Group B, and indeed in Group A?
Job done. That's all it needs to be. Job done.
140.
He's through. And then we can reassess tomorrow, because that is where it's going to matter the most, isn't it, for Jack Tweddle? That's where he can book himself
32.
in another big event. Got a lot of big darts coming up at the back end of 2025.
$60. $93.
Adrian Gray, ever the competitor, will be desperate to sign off with a win.
$85.
Well, I think it's safe to say he's really struggled tonight. It's not been his night whatsoever.
59.
A big couple of weeks coming up for Jack Tweddle here on that stage. Finals night tomorrow, of course, and the following week he is the #1 seed in the Winmount ADC Tour Grand Final, which will take place on
44.
Saturday the 18th of
Car
October
66.
from 12:30.
$54.
You thought that
Adrian
first
Carr,
effort at double was
160.
in.
$37. Jack the Car 12.
This time then for Tweddle.
Getting shown the first
Worked
leg.
his way
Jack
in
Tweddle.
nicely there to go 1-0 up.
Second leg, Adrian to throw first. Game on. $58. $140.
So as we get to this sort of stage of the week, it's natural for the mind to wander towards
58.
maybe predicting how finals night will go. Graham Usher's had his feet up for 2 days.
$140.
And do you know what? Before I saw any darts thrown this week, we obviously get the email with all the players on in advance so we can start our research and our preparations. And the second I saw
60.
the names, it was like, this feels like a week for Graham Usher. And he did his job in Group A. He did it very
96.
well. So, before you even ask me, I'm going to throw my prediction out there. I'm going with the winner of Group A.
$25.
He would become the
Jack Car,
first
125.
winner of Group A this series to book his spot in Champions Week were he to go on. Oh, Jack Tweddle. Come on then. What a
85.
spoil sport. Sensible, really. still.
140. Jack the Car 40. Getting shown the second leg, Jack Tweddle.
That's why he did it. Sensible ball play.
Third leg, Jack to through first. Game on. $140. $60. $180.
That is really nice stuff now from Jack Tweddle.
$30. $140.
Well, Jack Tweddle is seriously not hanging around here.
66. Jack the Car 41.
That
25.
Things a little bit awkward, but Adrian Gray is well back. Still in the 300s.
$60. Jack the Car 16.
Tweddle down for 3-0. Stepping across even further.
No score. $134. Jack Lucar,
I was just starting to
16.
think there Adrian Gray had nothing left, and then he finds a couple of big trebles on the switch. We saw that one flicker the first start. That was just
No
in the
score.
way.
Adrian
Tried to
Lucar,
find a way round it,
151.
but Jack Tweddle here making a mess of this leg.
Well, whatever happens here, Jack Tweddle will qualify in third place of
43.
Group B. The top three set
Jack
now.
Lucar,
Lee Cox, the
16.
group winner. David Evans, runner-up. Tweddle in third. Change of target.
Getting
Did
shown
the
the
trick.
third leg, Jack Tweddle. 4th leg, Adrian to through first. Game on. $96. $77.
Adrian Gray on throw now. Looking to
83.
register a leg. You won't want to go out this way, but no doubt about it, Adrian will be back. Whether it's
55.
back here next year or back on the tour, options open for Adrian.
140.
But this week has just not gone his way.
41. $100.
That's been much better from Gray in this leg. Tweddle now. It's his turn to be quite far behind, but that certainly puts a dent in his score.
82.
$17 for the top of the board.
42. Jack Lucar, 148.
Can Tweddle wrap it up from here? No, he can't. So Adrian Gray has an
92.
opportunity
Adrian Lucar, 40.
to register a leg.
Getting shown the 4th leg.
There it is,
Gray.
Adrian. And look at that. It might be 25
Fifth leg
past
Jackson
1
through
on
first,
Saturday
game on.
morning. It might be the last final game of Group B, but it still matters to Adrian Gray.
$55. $95. $100.
Maybe would have been expecting slightly more from that visit from that opening dart.
I certainly was. Thought we was looking at least a 140 there for Jack Tweddle. Wasn't able to use it. It's the ideal dart for him, is it? Just stood up on that top wire. Same sort of shot
98.
again.
$99. $78.
Treble 19 to the rescue for Tweddle.
$137.
Adrian
Jack Lucar,
Gray
170.
is still fighting.
$94. Adrian Lucar, 70.
Can Gray continue this newfound momentum.
38. Jack
Not on this occasion. So Jack Tweddle now 76 points away.
$44. Head to car 32.
I bet you didn't see that coming.
$16. Jack to car 32.
Will it be this time then for Jack Tweddle?
Game shot.
Yes,
in
it
the
will.
match. Jack Tweddle.
Jack Tweddle signs off Group B with a 4-1 success over Adrian Gray. And that is all she wrote from Group B. It's Lee Cox that wins the group. David Evans in second. Jack Tweddle in third. As we now look ahead to finals night. There is the tail of the tape. It got a bit scrappy towards the end there. A bit of an average busting leg in the latter stages of the game. So then let's take a look at the final results of the session. Colin Osborne playing that role of spoiler with big wins over David Evans, which scuppered his chance of winning the group. He did the same to Lee Cox, but it was Lee that wins Group B. The table confirms it, Matt. The 3 at the start of play were the 3 at the end of play.
Yeah, the damage was done yesterday, wasn't it? It was just a case of serving it out today. That kind of felt the vibe coming into today's play. It was more about who was going to win the group. Turns out to be Lee Cox, the outsider of the 3 favourites. He really did produce the goods today. He's through to a Saturday once again, and that is something we know he's very, very passionate about.
Let's reveal the groups then for finals night tomorrow and get your instant reaction, Matt. In Group 1, Graham Usher is joined by David Evans and Mark McGeaney. My word, what a group that is. In Group 2, Lee Cox, Ashley Coleman, Jack Tweddle. Where do you even start?
Well, the story's in Group 2, isn't it? We know what it meant to Ashley Coleman. We know what it means to Jack Tweddle and Lee Cox. There is so much passion and desire amongst those 3 players. I think that is going to be a roller coaster of emotions in Group 2 tomorrow night.
Coming up next then, if you fancy an even later night here on the Modus Super Series channel on Pluto TV, Darts Icons, Russ Bray and George Noble. Really great show that is. We're going to break a throw tomorrow evening with the Netherlands team of Van Tripe and Van Schie, and join us for finals night at 7:30, and we do it all over again for week 7 Monday at 9:30. But it is Lee Cox, David Evans and Jack Tweddle that complete the lineup for finals night. You do not want to miss it. Good night.
The new Modus Super Series champion. Yes! What a finish! The silencer, Jeff Smith! And it is that shot wins week 6. Maximum checkout. He's done it.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde.
He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go over the tops or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He is 2 darts away
requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Van Skee's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Van Ski is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Ski do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it.